Now we're looking at graphical interpretations of the inverse functions. So in the last section, we looked at this graph here where we draw the y equals x line right here. And we see that, g and f, or if they're inverses of each other, they're reflected over that line. So every point on this line, like we found, let's see, 3, 2. So this point was 3, 2 right here. So that comes over here as 2, 3. So if a point AB is on the function, then the point BA is on the inverse. So they're interchanging the x and the y coordinates. So let's look at an example similar to our 35 to 42 section. And we're going to graph the inverse of this function. So I'm going to find a couple points on this graph. Let's see. So there's a good one right here. Oh, what I want to do first, though, is draw that XY line. So that's the line that goes through the origin and then up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. So it's over that line. And I'm switching all the x's and y's. So that purple dot on the function f, whoops, I don't want to, there we go. If this is f, I guess I'll write f in red, then, so that f has 1, 0 on the graph. So to reflect that over the green line, I just switch the 1 and the 0. And that means there's a 0, 1 on the graph of the inverse. And then there's actually a point at 0, 1 on the red graph as well. So there'll also be a point on the inverse. All right, let's see what other point we can find here. Let's see. There's a good point right here that crosses the grid at 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 1. So that means at negative 1, 4, the other graph, the inverse will have a point. So that's negative 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So right here. All right. And then I see another point. Let's see, it crosses the grid again right here at 9, negative 2. So that means at negative 2. So I'm just going to extend this graph a little bit. And I have a point at negative 2, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pretty high up, right about there. And then I can start sketching in that graph. Let's do it in, I guess, blue. So it starts, so if f starts here, that means g, or the inverse of f, is going to start here. And it's going to go through that point. And it's, if you can imagine the green line as a mirror, so the f is reflecting onto the blue line. We can call that g, or inverse of f. And there's how we graph the inverse.